Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at episode 1 of UQ Holder. Now, first and foremost, guys and girls, I will explain something to you because I know a lot of people ask me in the comments below, you know, this whole thing of, oh, do I need to have seen Negima to understand the backstory? Not really. There are things that you will probably want to know. Obviously, being one of the main characters in this is Evangelion, who, or not really pronounced that way, but I'm going to just call her that way because it's the easiest way for me to say it. I think it's like Evangelion, I think, like almost like the anime, but it's not exactly, so I do apologize if I'm incorrect with that. But she was a vampire in the first series, which is Negima, and she basically has not aged at all, per se. You know, it's now, I think she's now almost 800 years old because this series, UQ Holder, takes place, I want to say, several decades after Negima finishes and completes. And so, for the most part, she just looks older because she made herself look older. That's something they will kind of explain later on. It's not really a spoiler, though, but they explain that pretty soon. I think probably my next episode or the episode after that, you'll get that backstory on her. But I won't explain why she decided to do all the stuff she's doing right now. Now, in the meantime, also knowing some of the other characters, like, for example, the main protagonist in Negima probably will help you, Negi, who is kind of a big deal in this story, but at the same time, his backstory will also be explained as the series progresses, so you don't really need to know too much going into UQ Holder if you're kind of a veteran, or not veteran, excuse me, if you're more so a rookie to the whole series in general. So don't fret, you can still watch UQ Holder and still enjoy it for what it is. But for those who are veterans of the series like I am, because I've read all of Negima, and I've actually read a majority of UQ Holder, you'll understand a lot of the references because of that. So it's like, you know, there's a toss-up. You don't really need to have seen it, but it would help you to see it a little bit. But anyways, our first episode of UQ Holder was awesome. I really enjoyed it. The fact that we get introduced to Tota, who is going to be the main protagonist of this whole series. He essentially lost his family, was taken in by Eva, who, you know, basically started raising him as a foster child. And she really does love him. She cares for him. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes on between them, which I will not spoil anything. I want to, but I will not. There's a lot of cool stuff that happens in the series, especially when we get further in. But, you know, it was really cool to see some of the fights animated in UQ Holder, because I'm so used to the manga version of it. Especially the first fight where we see Tota basically going into his vampire mode, because apparently he was injected with vampirism by Eva way back when she first discovered him. So it was interesting that they explain more about that too later on in the series, in case you're kind of confused. My only complaints about UQ Holder episode 1 probably is the voice actor for Tota. I know that they want to try to go for the whole Negiyama type thing where they had Negi being voiced by like a really young voice, or at least someone that could do a young voice, I should say. But I don't know, I just never felt that was a great voice for him. I don't know. And Tota, I was thinking it would have a little bit more of a gruff voice. I know he's supposed to be like 14 years old or 13 years old, if I'm not mistaken. He might be slightly older because he doesn't age, obviously, but, you know, I know he's not too much older than that. I think at one point he's like 16 or something like that, so because I know there's a time skip in the series. But, you know, I don't know, it's just like, why would you go for that voice? It just doesn't fit his character. His character's so badass, and you have that voice of all things. But other people won't complain about it. I mean, if you're used to shonen stuff, you'd probably be used to that kind of voice. So, yeah, this show isn't ecchi, technically. It will have harem elements, I should say, at one point. It won't be super in your face constantly, but there will be some harem concepts. There really will. Trust me, folks, there will be. I say that because, obviously, again, I've seen a majority of the manga so far that's out, and yeah, and some of the people that he gets in relationships with, per se, are questionable. But we'll save that for when they get introduced, because I can't wait till they introduce, especially one of the characters who actually is also a badass. But anyways, I liked the first episode. I would love to know, what did you guys think about the episode? Now, guys and girls, as I said with my whole thing of what I'm watching in the fall, I will only do reviews for these if they do well. If they do not do well, don't expect them. I'm sorry to say, I won't put any notice out, at least on YouTube. I'll probably put, if I can say that word correctly, I'll probably put notice on Twitter saying that I won't be reviewing that series anymore because of, you know, kind of failing views and stuff like that. And it's just, listen guys, it's just because there's a lot of shows coming out this season that I really do want to review, and I don't want to get swarmed with like 20,000 different shows to watch at the same time. So I hope you guys understand that. But anyways, if you do like this review, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, you know the whole nine. I will talk to you guys in the next review today, which is Fate Apocrypha. Bye everyone.